At forward for Maryland, number 21, Garfield Smith.
His third season is Bob Wenzel.
Ankle. Duncan kicks it down in the corner. Lumpkin lets one go and gets a three from the deep corner.
Our score 27-all, and yeah, the Rutgers fans are ready to go.
The championship game after the semifinal round here tomorrow night. The high.
Let's meet the starting line and just call from Peekskill, New York.
There's cross court and Duncan launches a three.
Smith from the corner. Weiler an offensive board.
The three, Earl Duncan. For Arizona. Oh, a little bit of arc on that one for Hughes.
Averaging 24 points in the last 5 games. In the middle, Brett Dabbs is the top candidate for newcomer of the year. He's in control.
At one guard, a 6'5" sophomore from Morrisville.
The Rutgers Athletic Center, those NCAA banners hanging overhead.
The non-athletic team by his thing. Donnell Lumpkin, or is it Mike Jones? It's on Mike Jones at finishing the break, at least so far. Brent Dabbs puts it up.
Inside and scoring. Marlon Miller's come to play early in the contest.
The layup is going to miss. The tip try is good, however. The tip in by Mike Jones, the guard. 3-point try, rolls off the rim. Strong rebound that time. The Rutgers, Brent Dabbs. Up court is Duncan. He's going to pull up and pop the jumper.
That is perfect basketball as Dabbs comes out with a strong.
Walt along the baseline, hammered away by Jones, and that's the defense. Lumpkin for three. He hits.
We're talking about Hughes and Faulkner. Faulkner in the white, and you can see Keith Hughes having no trouble taking him one-on-one with that jump.
Also the job of Keith Hughes, so blocking out becomes important. And the third thing, you have to hope that the game is clear.
Out in front with it. That's Dabbs, who transferred from Virginia, and big Brett Dabbs bucks one through.
Comes out to get it on the wing and knocks down.
Jones, he hits.
Knock it down. But strong in the middle is Dabbs. He takes it back.
Hughes can't believe it. Bob Wenzel under his zone, but it is a straight man-to-man. Nice move by Dabbs.
Gives it to Hughes. Hughes takes it in.
He's a big-time player, Keith. A lot of people are starting.
Hughes with the rebound ahead to Duncan. The Knights run. Well, Earl Duncan's just been playing terrific.
The ball lost, picked off by Duncan. Racing up court with it. And he's going to get a nice shot for the underneath. Smith put it back in. Chance for a three-point play for Daryl Smith.
Here's Lumpkin for three. Nothing.
Have stepped up to score 18 at the center spot.
Keller down low, stripped from behind by Lumpkin. Out of the pack comes Savage to Hughes on a wing. Got it in the foul.
Tonight on CBS Sports.
Another steal by the Turks. Oh, gorgeous execution. Red finding Hughes on the alley-oop.
He had hit one of them. The tip try won't go. Hughes is strong in there and knocks it.
McCoy is stripped. And here's Mike Jones up the floor. Beautiful move by Duncan in the air.
Patience. They got a little bit better patience. He says, forget patience. I can shoot the three.
Keith Hughes.
That's the one area he's...
Here he comes from the weak side. A little bit of frustration in this one. He finally gets in the scoring column, and he does it.
Wenzel, how good this Rutgers club is. He says, I really don't know. It's in the lane. Good look to Weiler.
Grabbed 11 rebounds and scored 26 points in his Scarlet Knight debut. Dabbs, a transfer from Virginia, played inspired basketball, keeping the Knights unbeaten in 3 games and drew one.
Duncan for three.
And that really is
16-12 left in the half.
I think Bob Wenzel took him out for that. The emotion, he wants to calm him down, try to stay within the game. Just playing too emotional right now. And there's
Andre Lamoureux and Donnell Lumpkin coming to the ball game for Rutgers. Greg Carter in heavy traffic. And Lamoureux with a little turnaround lean in just as he got on the court. Steele Macon shuts him down, but they've got Hughes all alone near the corner for a three, and it's good.
Rutgers might have just come out and said, hey.
How about that?
Lumpkin.
Jones picking up the loose ball and scoring.
Nice move in the paint. Got it back. Put it in. Well, that's that muscle. You talked about the fact he's a wide body for a point guard, Mimi.
He makes our are with the nets.
The steal to Carter.
The half-court trap.
Hughes able to get penetrated.
He's out of there. A lot easier to attack. Carter to
Duncan from way above the circle now, and that one's good. A 3 for Duncan.
And that's Hughes rolled to the hoop and was open for a second. Savage knocks down a 3.
And Hughes makes it 5 for 5 with a 3.
John Calipari has seen enough.
Early on, it's all Rutgers. 11-2, the Scarlet Knights. Next.
Down on the blocks. Quick turnaround, Jay.
Thank God.
Knights up there. Hold off the Hawks.
Rutgers, Craig Carter, and you got a tie game, 62-62, and they went into an overtime. And it was Keith Hughes who kind of took the game over at 31 points, and Rutgers wins 75-69. They're 4-0. The Hawks are 1-2.
Backcourt foul will go on Carter, the only substitution we've had in the game so far.
Bill Frieder told us that
game. And Duncan hits the 3 outside, breaking that
down to Amos. Amos to the baseline, swatted back out of it all. The 6'10 junior from Los Alamitos, California, picks up his first foul.
Pulled Tony Barbee out of the game and replaced him with William Herndon. Inside, it's Hughes and a pretty fall away. Keith Hughes with 7.
Fumbled by Ackles. Smith out in front. Got it.
He's an outstanding athlete, great jumping ability.
Off the pump fake, finds Samuel, and it is
Sent on the ear, they kick it down inside to Dabbs, turns and shoots over Hodge, banks it off the glass and gets it.
Top picked off by Smith. Great anticipation. Good help is right from the weak side. Carter comes up firing.
Jones on the drive.
it's interesting.
Jones down on the baseline. Gets the roll.
Hit with his second personal foul. He didn't like that call at all.
And Craig Carter
run for St. Joe, and Donnell Lumpkin answers with a 3 at the other end.
And that's what I was waiting for. Donnell.
Ball game in place of Jones.
Well, Keith Hughes really had cards are playing a little bit. There's another steal.
Craig Carter.
Picked up the blocking. Carter again. Knocks it down for 3. 2 threes from Craig Carter have the lead at 6. Savage the turnover and the bucket. Pretty move. Missouri wants time. 11:29 to go first half. They are loving it in Piscataway.
Oh, they got wide open on the baseline. Wide open on the baseline.
The Knights came back from a 12-point halftime deficit. Blues. Guard Earl Duncan is out with an ankle ligament problem for 10 days. Assorted other bumps and bruises leave Wenzel low.
That walk-in goes down, hits Samuel, and just gets it recommended.
Carter down the other end, takes the base.
Back to Greg Carter. Carter hands it off to Dabbs. And the stop.
Hughes off balance and fouled, and the shot is going to go. Let's see if they count it. And I think they will. Well, Hughes did a great job of getting it off and count the bucket. Hughes has 4.
Here's Hughes.
Played so far in kind of a game of streaks, maybe.
These are both to zone in the gaps.
Smith off the glass.
Smith a little trouble getting the handle. Find Dabbs in the middle for 2.
Open, Kent just grabbed it, but he was wherever he had to, and Hughes just him getting too early.
His legs not quite under him. Another turnover. Smith's doing a great job in the defensive end. Duncan the pull-up. Got it.
Another good defensive series. The 7th UMass turnover. Daryl Smith inside his 6th.
Was actually a recruit of Craig Littlepage, the former coach. And when
there's the knee injury that kept him out of some of the action. I should say the pad over the injury.
A bit of rest. Daryl Smith goes out. And into the Keith Hughes against Johnson. Forces a shot and gets it.
It's the jump step he
Yes, sir. That's a good move.
Just the 3rd team foul on St. Joe's. Rutgers has 6. Hughes, 3-point attempt and a strong rebound. Off that time. And a foul. And count the bucket.
is
Rebounded to Dabbs and Duncan ahead. Duncan hits it when Stokes to Lamoureux. And the
Lumpkin from way outside, and he hits it. Weiler with a left hand. Tough shot.
That's senior Keith Hughes with the slam. He finished with 19. But
Lamont Frazier just in. And bags a bucket, but Smith answers with authority.
he sees the corner of his eye, his teammate Keith Hughes. Keith Hughes just powers it right over Mark.
7 points now for Keith Hughes, and he'll go back to the line. Hawks up by 3, and Duncan trying to tie it. Does. Duncan knocks down to number 3. He has 10
For the Scarlet. Earl Duncan for 3.
he hits the 3.
Well, forget about Keith Hughes.
Fastball.
Only a freshman.
Great look by Redden to find Smith.
He has 4 points. Now he has 6. He's 3 out of 9 from the field.
Hughes underneath, rebounds and scores. Tried to create.
Lost it to Leftwich, takes it back in traffic. Good dish.
Hughes got it. 3.
Keith Hughes is a big-time prospect.
The Rutgers. They've got 27 on the board. I thought that was a 3. And there's a shot at the other end by Craig Carter. I believe that goal
Lit a spark for this Rutgers offense in this first half here with the Knights. Stokes and Lamoureux.
Trips down the court. Way outside for 3.
And I tell you what, Henshin
Grant picking up his first.
along the baseline. Now watch the jump in. Good call.
Keith Hughes finishing up. With a flying rim rocker. He was in double figures. Guard Earl Duncan led the way. Keith Hughes with that 21. And junior.
And into the ball game for the first time today is Donnell Lumpkin. Smith takes it all the way in and draws the foul.
And if you're going to get right there, something that John Chaney doesn't like to do a lot, he showed a man-to-man defense right there.
Point Rutgers lead, just under 8 minutes to go first half. Offensive foul on Heller.
Comes up with it. Back to Johnson. Larry lost control. Go the other way with it. That's Mark Redden, number 10. He takes it in, gives it away. Score it.
That was an
Play
excellent
by 25, Lamoureux.
Excellent two-man play.
away from him. Bob Wenzel going to question that shot again. 5:48 left on our 7. Scarlet Knights the score. 5:34 left in the half, and Duncan with a twisting turnaround jumper. He got fouled. Earl Duncan.
And Earl Duncan has a big smile on his face. He's 6'3", real strong upper body going against.
It's very evident that the men versus boys theme that we mentioned early on is coming to bear in this game.
Carter leaves it for Lamoureux. Nice move off the glass. And the men.
Good look down low. Dabbs for 2. Mike Jones with the good feed.
It out to Lamoureux. There he is. Right back to him. He draws the defensive player, spends it to him, dumps it off. Excellent reverse layup. McLean and Tracy Murray. Those two guys were brilliant yesterday.
Dabbs takes it in.
Excellent two-man play. They're really driving.
Play-by-play in color.
Dabbs inside, draws the foul, and count the bucket.
And Bob Wentz was asking the official how could he almost step out low. Barbie, and he took advantage of it. But boy, I'll tell you, Keith Hughes has just got it going now. He's pushing him in. Chris Garland's trying to chest him, push him out, but he's real strong when he gets inside there, and that's the problem, John.
Craig Carter to the line.
Inside, you take a look at Dabbs at the position, and they'll call the foul against Jeff Kent.
Gives him another block. Remember when UCLA had the Sidney Wicks, Curtis Rowe routine? I love John Wood.
Get it inside. Jones puts it back up and score it.
The runner is short. Hughes, tough shot, goes down.
Quickly come the Knights, and Darrell Smith converts.
The way here in the half.
Carter, nice dish inside Duncan. Tries to leave it right there and does. And a nice work in the lane.
Smooth, but Rutgers keeps it. Duncan shoots.
Lob and a beauty. Lob and a beauty. Lob and a beauty. Darryl Smith on the alley-oop.
Doug Smith has to really be careful that he doesn't.
Smith a little too far, though, for Booker. Other way. Carter. Yes, sir. Flex that left ankle over on the bench right now. Duncan comes up.
Time and again, and that's the experience versus youth.
Hughes.
Maybe the nearly picked off. Duncan finds Carter. Good look for Dan.
Montana will pick up. They're 7 out of 8 as a team from the line. Arizona State will
watch Carter come in, gets Duncan the basketball. Duncan very unselfish right here, sees the open player Mike Jones, good dribble handle there, and puts it in.
6'4" senior. It's a 6-point lead to Rutgers with Hughes to Duncan to Dams inside for the easy deuce. First two
In a crowd, can't get it to fall, but Keith Hughes can. Hughes with another rebound, the bucket and a foul. What can he do at this point? 18 first.
Rutgers was a graduate there, played there. In fact, they were running that picture on me. I can't believe it.
Darryl Smith with the breakaway. Darryl Smith with the breakaway.
That's the way he's come out of the gates.
Lumpkin leaves it for Weiler. Nice move with the
down the court after the made basket, right to Darryl Smith before UMass is even back on defense. There's no excuse for you so far. Keep the ball this well in the second half, probably.
Dabs inside.
Bob Wenzel's not really that upset about it.
Rutgers has been held to just 2 points in the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Dabs tries to end that and does. The offensive rebound has it stripped. Carter.
Casey Augman with 20, Anderson Hunt with 20. And that basket.
Hughes underneath takes the garbage ball and
Amos right to the floor, and he'll go to the line. Amos is going to go to the line for a 2-shot foul.
An 81% free throw shooter, Krieger.
Trying to force it underneath in the melee.
Minutes, and the Knights head in the locker room on top.
Lamont Frazier just in. And bags a bucket, but just in. And bags a bucket, but Smith. Frazier just in. And bags a bucket, but a little dribble drive, nearly lost it to Leftwich, takes it back in traffic. Good dish.
Just grabbed it, but he was wherever he had to, and Hughes just signed.
Oh, they got Weiler wide open on the baseline.
Between both teams.
Great lob and a beauty.
Darryl Smith with the breakaway.
With the slam, he finished with 19. Here, Keith Hughes finishing up with a flying rim rocker.
And bags a bucket, but Smith. And bags a bucket, but Smith answers.
Just grabbed it, but he was wherever he had to, and Hughes just slams it. Wherever he had to, and Hughes just wherever he had to, and Hughes just slams it.
Carter. Oh, they got Weiler wide open on the baseline. Weiler wide open on the baseline. Oh, they got Weiler wide open on the baseline.
Here, Keith Hughes finishing up with a flying rim. Here, Keith Hughes finishing up with a flying rim rocker.
Which takes it back in traffic. Good dish. Takes it back in traffic. Good dish. Takes it back in traffic. Good dish.
Pointers made between both teams. Great pointers made between both teams. Great look, both teams. Great look by
That's senior Keith Hughes with the slam. He finished with 19. He finished with 19.
Lob and a beauty. Lob and a beauty. Lob and a beauty.
Picture on me. I can't believe it.
Darryl Smith with the breakaway. 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 A lot of people.
No question about it. Anytime a team presses you, you have to be thinking score. Penetrate, find somebody down underneath for the layup. Here, Carter with excellent penetration finds Brent Dabbs for the way you should attack pressure defense.
The Scarlet Knights head into the locker room with a 4-point lead, 44-40 at the half. Rebound to Hughes, lays it up.
Hughes is going to take a three. Long distance tray.
That hurts you when you're going into the locker room and a kid can knock down one that shouldn't have gone. He banked it.
Senior from Los Angeles, Santa Monica.
Earl Duncan here with a little penetration. Just enough penetration to get Craig Carter the open three-pointer. And
here's an outside attempt.
Yeah, the Rhode Island defender is worried about the shot. He's 6'8.5". They have him listed, but they're worried about the outside shot. There he puts it on the floor, and that's a percentage shot.
One of three Rhode Island players. Jones down in the corner. Hughes puts it up and then draws 4 quick points. He's got 10. Duncan, what a look for Dabbs. That's a
Brent Dabbs. That's his first basket. Won't go. The tip try, no, and Jones takes it back up and scores.
Stay high. Lumpkin finally gets the ball.
A three-point shot. This time Earl Duncan.
Well, at least they saw some inside movement be used, and he knocks it
now inside. Cofield is rejected beautifully there by Mike Jones.
And that's what Mike Jones does best, is that defensive special. He got out of position, but he made up for it.
Has 8 points, but he's been kept in check.
He can't get under control. The good double team, the strip by Lumpkin.
They get it to Dabbs, and Lumpkin
traveled as he took the ball.
And Bob Wenzel thinks so too. He got lucky.
Mike Jones. Missed the layup, comes back to Redden, who's bumped and lays it in.
If Keith Hughes can get heated here, he's got to get it going.
Launches one.
Streeter wanted a walking call.
Dabbs.
Top by 8, they'll try to build it. This is Hughes. Hughes.
And we've seen that good percentage shot in the first half.
First game will be Penn State and Temple at 7. Duncan nails a three from way outside. And he has 22 points.
Out of bounds that will belong to Rutgers. The official, John Clockerty, came over and
it went right out of bounds. It didn't touch him. I think it's a good call by the officials.
Duncan.
It is blowout time.
First half, there were 11 lead changes, but the compound problem, center Brent Dabbs would have to lead.
Hughes wants to take a good feed for Dabbs. He finds a way for two.
Deep corner, Daryl Smith, and
the shooting percentage is so good. Look at the range they're shooting from.
Dabbs, Rutgers University. Lumpkin. Smith the loose ball, and again, it is Daryl.
Smith relaxed a little bit with that shot, and Daryl Smith went up and got it.
Now Hughes facing the basket, pulls up and gets one.
What happened here?
Smith with the steal and a nice drive for the score.
Dabbs with the rebound and the bucket.
Shorten the game and put tremendous pressure on their half-court offense.
Inside, Dabbs converts.
Duncan's great spin dribble and a badly off balance shot falls. Oh, I'll tell you what, Duncan got down.
Proved to be a second half advantage. Dabbs.
Herndon gives you more offense out there than
12 on the free throw line. A lot of them were one-on-ones.
Dabbs with the steal and the bucket for Mike Jones. By Cofield into a double team and scoring.
Well, a good defense by Rhode Island. All the opposing teams.
Dabbs off balance.
Floor and put it down and get to the hoop.
Earl Duncan. Trudar cut him off, and he found Hughes. Hughes needed it. Trudar cut him off. Trudar cut him off, and Trudar cut him off, and
between the legs, spin dribble, strong, hangs in the air, gets it. Curry. Off balance, coming back down to the
7-point lead. Hughes makes it a 5-point.
In the 2-point range.
Here's Duncan, 3.
Earl Duncan has 2.
And a career performance with 22 points and 7 rebounds.
Hughes count the bucket. Magnificent move by Keith Hughes for his 16th point of the night and picked it off. Duncan will shoot it over Carstarpin and get a shot.
Here's another angle on that with Dabbs handling the ball and then getting his legs cut out from under him.
Fontana with his third. And there's a three-point answer from Earl Duncan.
3-on-2 UMass. And they'll call a foul before the shot. It'll go against UMass's Anton Brown. Take away the basket.
Steal by guess who? Darryl Smith.
The other way was Smith giving it to Lamoureux.
Hey, Lamoureux, he says, what?
Giving it to Lamoureux.
I don't know. Rutgers getting a little frustrated. They've been inside and they've not gotten fouls called.
He had originally, but good position.
Inside, it is Hughes, the pump fake, and the bucket. Earl Duncan in the circle, in the lane, the jump shot, good.
Hughes with 24. Hughes with 24. And the
Hughes back to Duncan for three.
He's passing the ball much better in this series.
Durant seems to be okay. Here is Hughes for three.
Well, we said the outside shooting of Keith
in front of the Rutgers bench.
Well, we just had an intentional foul on Rutgers' Darryl Smith. Now Bob Wenzel wants an intentional foul right there. Amos trying to stop the
17 points at the moment. Donnell Lumpkin for his third three, and he gets it. Donnell Lumpkin has 11. He has 3 threes. It's a 4-point lead to Rutgers with shoot it. Duncan. Spin dribble and gets Smith on the baseline. Jones gets the screen from Hughes and
Carter takes it and finds Hughes with a beautiful assist. Jones, who's shooting just 57% from the free throw line, makes a pair. Bob Wenzel wants the
in short with the jumper. Dabbs there for the follow.
The turnover, trying the entry pass. Duncan, the three.
The first half, comes Jones.
Spin takes it right back. Oh, he tried to get a dunk and went down hard in the lane.
against Hughes.
Caught him on the push-off as he went into the air.
And Bob Wenzel, the head coach of Rutgers.
Dabbs for three. How about it?
Brent Dabbs, let's see what he's done on the season. He was
Lumpkin off balance, foul, count the bucket. And Donnell Lumpkin suddenly coming up big for Rutgers. His 13th point of the night.
But they've let teams get back in the games, and right there, Craig Carter created the job by bringing all the Rhode Island defenders.
At the halfway point of the second half. And
Be over in about 10 minutes.
Right, before they realize it is. Duncan's little turnaround.
Wrong with academics. We all preach academics, but they have to allow some
high in the air.
Jones with a short shot.
Now he's talking to him.
Now he's animatedly talking to him, and Duncan banks one in for
Carter. Out in his pass.
Savage bangs one in from the corner.
Good feet balance right there. Takes the baseline, strips McCoy of the basketball, and starts the fast break for Rutgers.
Hughes.
Well, the for Arizona State is you can't.
Up his third.
A good shot. They're all trying to do it themselves.
Dabbs for three.
Shot that he probably shouldn't have, and then comes around and tries to take it back, and Carls commits the fair over the limit as Duncan fakes the three and pulls up and hits.
John Griffin has called a timeout. Trying to keep his club afloat. They have gone down by...
But here's a mismatch.
Hughes wide open at the other end of it.
Lucas, but here's a mismatch. Mismatch.
Dabbs makes them when they count the most. Now it's UMass's chance.
And Wenzel really...
What gives this team is the help that he gives Macon. Dabbs with a turnaround balance in the lane, throws up a hook, can't get it, and Dabbs takes it.
So he's in excellent position with his feet. Now watch the hands, right there.
That's what he has to contend with down at the end of the court, and he does it.
Against Easterling, pulling up and hitting
From Smith. Forcing it up, Darryl Smith for two.
Escape. Darryl.
The reaction of Bob Wenzel after
takes the rebound.
I mean, that's playing right into Princeton's hands.
Oh, great feed. Great feed to Oh, great feed. Great feed to Smith from Duncan.
Great. And it's an automatic 2 shots. Mark Redden, the freshman from Dorchester, Massachusetts. I told him Savage pops out, wants it. Savage for 3.
Well, as we saw in the earlier game this evening, 20 seconds left. Temple had the basketball against West Virginia, and they needed a clutch shot. And Mark Mayhew's down low against Brian Daly. A 1-4 set here. Duncan's going to take his man.
Duncan gives it up to Hughes, and the shot good. It was Dabbs, not Hughes. It was Dabbs that got the shot. Just Dabbs' 4th point of the night, and he was fouled, and now the game tied at 80 all.
Well, what they did is they had a 1-4 set. Earl Duncan with the basketball. All 4 Rutgers players down on
Absolutely frigid.
You can't blame Rutgers on that spot because Carter
UMass
had the basketball.
Yeah, sure. I don't think he expected to get a technical in that spot.
How about Dabbs? Brent Dabbs at 6'10" has hit back-to-back threes.
Keith Hughes for 3. Got it outside. Big bucket.
Only Temple player to foul out of the game this year. Hughes
working against Brown. It'll count plus a foul.
Again, we've talked about it all afternoon. Earl Duncan extremely strong if he gets inside. There's the penetration. Rap Curry goes right by him. The good dish to Dabbs. Dabbs gets fouled, has a 3-point opportunity, and they can take the lead.
As a dunk contest as Rutgers pulled away and would not be denied their first Atlantic 10 regular season championship. The dunk contest as Rutgers.
Here's Smith on Duncan at the point. Duncan got the shooter's roll.
And the Hawks in front of Rutgers. Donnell Lumpkin for 3. 17 points for Donnell Lumpkin.
Duncan got it. 3.
Earl Duncan started at Syracuse for about 4 or 5.
And they haven't been able to get it. Now a shot blocked in there by Dabbs. Oh, great spin move by Duncan. And he gives it up. At the other end, the basket good by Darryl Smith and Duncan.
In disbelief. We haven't seen either coach happy with anything.
Darryl Smith. Oh, good look. Jones got free. And Duncan found him. The play of the night as far as Rutgers is concerned. 59-55, 90 seconds to go here in New Jersey.
For everyone.
Duncan with the answer at the other end. And Rutgers goes back.
The way it looked like an NBA game, you know, where you're watching NBA.
Man for Arizona State. Had it blocked by Hughes.
Second, and that gives Keith Hughes the opportunity to come.
The press, it's Keith Hughes. Count it, plus a foul. Oh, what a huge play there on the inbound.
And that is a set play out of bounds. Keith Hughes going for the home run.
Smith feeds underneath and Jones gets to it.
Duncan pushing up. Sees limping a little bit. Great spin move to go by Macon. Sees his teammate wide open up front, and Darryl Smith gets the chance.
For a miss to dunk. He's getting a little tired now.
The ball game is over. Eric Leslie falls 1 point short.
Gives it back to Duncan. Duncan pulls up, pops a little jumper, and sticks it.
He's hit a couple of threes. Can't get that one, but Hughes follows it off the glass.
The other thing that Arizona...
Missed the free throw, tries it again.
He's going to find Mike Jones, number 24. He's going to look to his left, but a bullet pass to the wide open Jones inside. Doesn't get any speed.
Gets the quicker, gets the less quicker Tate. Pushes it down the court. Great court awareness. Catches the basketball. Takes the foul in front.
Handle it here, Mimi.
In the clutch, you got to give it to Keith Hughes. Or Earl Duncan, as he makes, has been a little bit frustrated.
Stokes, a 6'7" freshman, who's averaged 3 minutes a game.
Tough spot for this kid. Glenn Stokes.
Not have a serious knee injury. And the Rutgers bench.
Personal foul as Bob Wenzel politely asks for the intentional foul call.
what he said. He said, isn't that not an intention?
Age and experience.
It in, got it blocked out of there. It's forced up.
We want they dish it off, finds Hughes for two.
Big Ten regular season champions. Special thanks today for our statistician, Marty Aronoff. Final seconds, and Daryl Smith will pick up final score. It's Rutgers 103. And the University of Massachusetts 96 in overtime. Bob Wenzel's team one victory away.
Weiler goes up and gets an offensive board.
We played great defense, which led to all those exciting.
And the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers have opened their season with an upset of nationally ranked Missouri, 68-60. So the Scarlet Knights will celebrate in Piscataway. For Clark Kellogg, I'm Mike Gorman.